Excuse me. Okay, thank you. Oh. All right, guys, can you do question number 5 on the sheet? And for this question is on proportions. So the rule that you need to use is this one here. You need to use one of these. You need to use one of these rejection rules, and you need to figure out which one. Right? You need to figure out which of these rules you need to use for question number 5. Yes. No, I think you made a mistake. It cannot be negative. It must be a positive number. Because the probability cannot be negative. It must always be positive. I don't know. Can you show me what you typed in, please? I don't know how to use this. Sorry. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But did you read that from the table? Did you read that value? You need to read the value of this from the table, because phi is the CDF of the standard normal. So you need to read this off the table. Does this calculate? There's no negative. You can use the fact that phi of minus x is 1 minus phi of x. So you have to use that fact. Can I write it down? Can I? Sorry. You have to use the fact. Sorry. You have to use the fact that phi of minus x. You can have minus. Yeah. It's 1 minus phi of x. So you need to use this to compute. Okay. You're right, sir. Rahman, are you okay? Okay. Yeah. So this is part 2 of question 1. So can you do question 5, guys, if you're done with question 1? We have already finished question 1. All right, guys. You okay? You okay, ma'am? Okay. You okay? All right. So Can you get? Are you doing question 5, guys? All right, guys. All right. So as I said, you need to use one of these rejection rules. Which one do you think you need to use? Is it 1 or 2 or 3? Which one? Which of these 3 rejection rules applies to question 5? 3? Yeah. Okay, good. Right. So let's see how we can do it. So I'm going to do question. I'm going to show you how to do question 5. So question 5. So we are trying to compare 2 proportions. The one is the proportion of extra people believing in extraterrestrials but did not attend college. That's the proportion. And the second proportion is that the people believing in extraterrestrials but did attend college. So we are trying to compare whether the 2 proportions are equal versus the alternative that proportion 1 is less than proportion 2. All right? So the rejection rule from the table that I just showed you, the rejection rule is if x bar 1 minus x bar 2 divided by right, this is the rejection rule. Right, by the way, here you should interpret x bar 1 and x bar 2 as sample proportions, not as sample means. Right, whenever you have a question on proportions, x bar should be interpreted as the sample proportion. Right? Okay, so let's work out the left and the right hand side. The left hand side is going to be x bar 1 is given as 37 out of 100. So it's 37 divided by 100. X bar 2 is given as 47 divided by 100. Right? So you guys okay? Right? Now, if you work this out, you will get the number this to be minus 1.433. Right? Whereas the right-hand side is minus, we are using 5% again, I guess. Yeah. Minus Z 0.95, which is minus 1.645. So this is the right-hand side, and this is the left-hand side. All right, so once again, the left-hand side is not greater than the right-hand side. Oh, is it? It is. Sorry, it is greater. It is greater than the right-hand side. All right, the left-hand side is greater than the right-hand side. Okay, so that means there is evidence against the null hypothesis. There is there is evidence against H0. That means there is evidence that the proportion 1 is significantly smaller than the proportion 2, right? In other words, the proportion believing extraterrestrial who did not attend college is significantly smaller than the proportion who did attend college, right? Okay. Okay. Is that okay, guys? Sorry. Is that okay? Yes. Which notes? You mean the printed notes? Let me check. Just a minute. I think that's wrong because clearly, yeah, this. Sorry, just a minute. Sorry, I think, yeah, sorry, excuse me. I think I am wrong. This should be less than, guys. This should be less than, yeah. So the conclusion is, excuse me, I'm making too many mistakes today. So this is clearly not less than this. So so the conclusion is that there's no evidence. There's no evidence against H0, right? I wrote the rejection rule incorrectly because if you look at this, the rejection rule is less than minus Z1 minus alpha, right? So I copied it incorrectly. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. So it should be that that there is no evidence against it. So in other words, we do not reject the null hypothesis. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. Can you guys do now question 4, please? Question 4. So question 4 is about, just a minute. Question 4 is about sample means. So what you need to do, let me show you the rejection rules in a minute. What you need to do is you need to use one of these rejection rules because we are in question 4. You should read the question, guys. Hello, guys. Are you with me? If you read question 4, it doesn't say that the population variances are known, and also it doesn't say whether the population variances are equal. So the rejection rule that you need to use, is one of these 3, right? Okay, right. So whichever you want to use and use it and see what you get. I hope I don't make a mistake again. So just choose the correct rule. Choose the correct rule and see what you get. So the first thing you must do is to determine the correct rejection rule. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's okay. Mm-hmm. No. The two-sample test is not examinable.
It's not examinable.
No.
Is that the only thing that we've learned so far?
Yeah, the two-sample confidence interval and the two-sample tests are not examinable.
Okay, but like the one-sample ones are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
But even for those, the only thing you need to remember are you should go to the website. I'll show you where you see the formula sheet on the website.
Yeah.
The second one. Yeah, these are the only ones.
The only ones after one.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. By the way, guys, if I did not tell you, the two-sample test and the two-sample confidence interval will not come in the exam, right? I think I might have told you this before, but nevertheless, I think you guys should learn those stuff. Yeah. Rose? Yeah. All right, guys, let's see how we can do question number 4, right? All right, now, before that, let me ask you, which of the 3 tests should be used? Is it this one, or this one, or this one? Huh? First one, yeah, exactly. So let's see how we can use, that, all right? So, sorry, where am I? So this is question number 4. Question 4. So we are trying to test whether the hypothesis that the two population means are equal versus the alternative that they are not equal, right? Right? So the rejection rule is if x bar 1 minus x bar 2 divided by s1 squared is greater than t, with a is a complicated function, but I will come to that later, all right? Now, the left-hand side, we are given all the stuff. X bar 1 is given to us as 9.8. X bar 2 is 11.9. S1 squared is 2.9 squared. N1 is 49. Excuse me. S2 squared is 4.2 squared divided by N2 is also, N2 is 64. So take the square root of this, and if you work this out, this will be 3.14. Right? Now we are taking alpha. Alpha is 1%, so that which means alpha is 0.01. Right? So 1 minus alpha by 2 is gonna be 0.995. Right? So the right hand side is gonna be T A comma 0.995. All right, now, okay, A is a very complicated expression, as you can see. A is given by this expression here, right? And it will like, it's best to avoid this expression if you can at all, right? So what I'm going to argue is the following. I think I mentioned this before to you guys, that you can approximate this by the Z percentile if N1 and N2 are large. And in this case, they are large because N1 is 49 and N2 is 64, which are large in a statistical sense, because in statistics, anything above 25 is considered large, right? So certainly 49 and 64 are large numbers, right? And if you read this off the table for the normal, you will get this to be 2.576. So this is the right-hand side, and this is the left-hand side. And once again, the left-hand side is greater than the right-hand side. So the conclusion is that there is evidence against the null hypothesis, right? That is the meaning that there is evidence that the population means are significantly different. Right? In this case, they being, well, it doesn't say what the population is. It basically says there are two different populations. So the question doesn't say anything about what the population is, right? Yeah. Okay, is that clear, guys, or no? So it's best when you use this rejection rule and if you see that the sample sizes are large, then you can it's a good idea. It's a good idea to approximate the T percentile by the Z percentile if the sample sizes are large, right? Okay, because sometimes it's difficult to, especially in this case, it's difficult to read. It's difficult to compute the value for A, which, as I just showed you, is a complicated function. This is A given by this expression here, right? All right, guys. What's the time now? Do you have time? Huh? 48, okay. All right, so I will see you guys on Friday. But by the way, the exam is on Wednesday next week. So you have exactly 1 week to go, and the other coursework is due on Friday, and you will get an email from me either on Friday or Saturday, giving the mark and the feedback for the art coursework. So I should be finished marking by Saturday, or at the latest Saturday. I should be finished marking, right? Okay, and for about the exam, if you have questions, just feel free to contact me 24/7 by email or Skype or Zoom or my office is room 2.223 in Alan Turing. Okay, right? So I see you guys on Friday. Please bring any questions you have, because Friday session is gonna be revision, right? Gonna be a revision session, so please bring any or all the questions that you have. Okay? Have a good day.